I think they're thinking about a Tor Brand here, but I think they know that we're rocking red cap, so. Yeah. We can only allow that Rimrock to get in so much damage before it's no longer worth allowing. So we'll take that out. Now let's see if they play down a Tor Brand thinking that they're all good, right? Resolve. Oh man. You love to see it. Not if you're the opponent, of course, but if you're me, you love to see it. What's up everybody, my name's Chance and today we're going to be taking a look at the best way to climb you in historic best of 3 ranked ladder, right? I use this deck to climb me into Platinum 1 and I don't know if I still have time to climb into Diamond 4 or 5, whatever it is. I think it's 4 before the season ends, which I'd hope to, but we'll have to see. I've had things come up and all that good stuff, so y'all know me, always busy, always doing something with Eva and whatnot. Anyways, on into the deck stuff, right? While we're actually here, right? We're here to climb fast. Also, before that, you know, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hop over to Twitch, and then Discord's in description as always. Now, on to what we're actually playing. This is a Lurrus red deck. That's right, I said it. Lurrus mono red. It's like two evil things came together and had this evil baby, and well, this is it. Right, you had the evil Lurrus decks and you have the evil mono red, and now you have them combined into one. I gotta say it's fantastic to play though. You know, there's a lot of decisions. It feels very fun. Anyone that enjoys climbing with mono red, you know, for those of you people out there that do enjoy it, myself included, I gotta admit, there's a lot of decisions with it and it feels good. And I gotta say, playing it in best of 3 as a non-best of 3 player, y'all know generally I try to stray away from it, but I feel like if a deck is meant to be played in a certain format, then you should adhere to that. So we gave it a good go in best of 3, and despite my best of 3, you know, lacking in skill, I still managed to pull out victories, and that's fantastic. You know, I don't feel like I was hindered too much. I feel like the sideboard is pretty self-explanatory with your games, but we're gonna run through it all, and I'll explain exactly how to do this. Now, this deck is built or based on explosive damage, right? So you're trying to make sure that you're getting that in every single turn. Burning-Tree Emissary is one of those cards that really stands out in Historic because it basically gives you free mana, you know? I mean, it does, no basic about it. Now, the downside is the green mana. Sometimes that screws you over, and you'll see in the video here coming up that I don't always play it as efficiently as I should, but, you know, hindsight 2020, all that good stuff. You know, learn from your mistakes, as I always say. So, Burning-Tree Emissary, whenever it comes down, it is going to allow you to play, you know, a Viashino Pyromancer, a Lightning Strike, a Robber of the Rich, a whole lot of really, really good stuff still. It can still add towards your Lurrus mana, right? It's really a card that since it came out in Historic, it's been a staple, and I believe this was Historic Anthology 1, so if you pick that up, well, you really got your money's worth if you're trying to play it competitively, right? Viashino Pyromancer plus Ghitu Lavarunner. Those of you that played Arena early, you know the power of these cards, right? Not only are they solid in their own being, right? So as long as there are 2 more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, this card gets +1/+0 and has haste. And this is for 1 mana. You get a 2/2 with haste as long as you have 2 instant or sorceries. And in mono red, well, that's very easy to do, right? So, Ghitu Lavarunner, great card. Viashino Pyromancer comes down, deals 2 damage to target Planeswalker or opponent's face, right? And then you just have a 2/1 on the battlefield, which is great in mono red because, again, you're trying to just aggro them out with damage. Now, on top of these 2 just being good in their own rights, we have Wizard's Lightning, 4 copies, which gets reduced down to 1 mana, instant speed, deals 3 damage to any target. It's like a supercharged shock, right? And obviously you have 4 copies of each of these, so 8 copies total, and well, you have very good odds of hitting your Wizard's Lightning to a 1 cost, right? Excuse me. Aside from that, we have Fanatical Firebrand making its debut in this historic deck, right? Fanatical Firebrand was a big staple part of the old mono red decks. I think it comes in really big handy when you're dealing with other mirror matchups, right? Other mono red decks, you can take out their Fervents, you can take out their Pyromancers. You can do some weird stuff with your Fervents and take out their 2 health creatures, right? Where you do it at first strike speed and take them out, all that good stuff. Now, you will notice I only have 3 copies of Robber of the Rich in my deck. That's because I missed a copy of... that's okay. We have it replaced with Red Cap Melee. You're going to run into tons of mirrors. It'll be alright, right? Now, over in the sideboard, speaking of Red Cap Melee, we do have 3 copies of Red Cap Melee for those mirror matchups, 4 damage, instant speed, 1 mana. It's really hard to beat that. Soul God Lantern, really big in those Euro matchups, in those other Lurrus matchups, right? It's a good card. It's a great card, actually. I'd go so far as to say. Ember Shield Breaker is going to be good in those adventure decks, say you run into them, and maybe the Cat Oven decks as well, right? Lava Cool, again, good with the Cat Oven decks, good with Lurrus decks, good with mirror matchups that are running toward Brand. There's not a ton of them, but for the ones that do, Lava Cool is nice. The Flame of Keld is good if you're trying to restock your hand more. If you can tell that your opponent's going to be able to, sort of stop your early game, you're going to need to refill your hand come late game, because that's one of the bad things about mono red generally, right? Is you sort of run out of fuel. Flame of Keld helps you to really gain that gas right back. Unchained Berserker is going to be great in all of those annoying Teferi matchups, those Azorius control matchups, those Yorion decks, right? All that good stuff. Then you have Ratchet Bomb, which I go all around the board with this, honestly. Obviously, it's good versus the Garuda and the Obosh decks because they're sort of limiting themselves into, odd or even, and so they have a lot more cards that are a specific CMC cost. Other decks, it's a little hard to judge it, although I have found up against Yorion decks, it tends to be pretty good because you have Narset at 3 mana, you have Teferi at 3 mana. You usually get your money's worth. You have the Omens, 3 mana, right? Anyways, that's going to do it for the deck tech or deck breakdown. Now, I will make a little side note here. I don't have all the correct lands. You really gotta shell out if you want the correct lands, because you need all the old historic, check lands, which don't get me wrong, they were fantastic. I didn't shell out for them previously. Am I kicking myself now? Not really. You know how I feel about spending rare wild cards on lands. But yeah, if you have the land split, great. If not, do the best you can. I still recommend trying it out. Anyways, that is going to do it for the deck tech or deck breakdown. Now we're going to go and hop right into the matches. Alagasta going to be our first foe for the day. And I think we're in Plat Tier 3. We'll see. We always want to play first. We're playing mono red. You always want to play first. We'll keep it. Also, I don't have all the lands, so we're having to play some temples, whereas normally you would not. We can go for the Triumph or the Temple of Triumph. I think I'd rather have the Temple of Triumph. Yeah, and make sure we're not going to get flooded out here. Ooh, it's a Yorion Field of the Dead deck. Interesting. We are going to go ahead and get in with Robber of the Rich. And we hit an agent. Well, you love to see that. Love to see that. Alright, so this turn we have the option of going for the Pyromancer plus Wizard's Lightning. I think that's what we should do as well. Just hit a land there, but that's fine. Taking a land away from our opponent's good. And of course we could have played the Fervent Champion there. But we're going to get it down on the next turn alongside our other Pyromancer, so it's probably fine. Euro coming down, going to allow them to gain some health up here. So we'll probably want to bring in our Soul God Lantern for this deck, given they're playing the Euros. Another Fervent. Not going to lie, that does make things difficult, because Pyromancer only deals 2 damage, whereas Fervent deals 4 if we play both, so... This will deal 8 total and take our opponent down to 6 life. And a Grazer. I mean, I don't know what a Grazer really does for us, but if we're able to play it, I don't see why we wouldn't. Of course, they may have board wipe, but us playing the Grazer doesn't do anything either which way if they have the board wipe, right? So, opponents at 6 health, we'll see if they have an answer. They do not. So we're going to be picking up a game 1 up against Alagasta. And I said Soul God Lantern would be good to come in. Are they playing white mana? They're not, at least not from what I can see. Lava Cool doesn't really hit anything. We do need to take out Red Cap since they're not playing any red mana, or at least none that I could see. They are playing red mana, but I didn't see any red creatures, so. Do they have any artifacts we'd be worried about? I don't think so. We might want a Ratchet Bomb, though. Or just a Flame, actually. If we end up running out of cards. Let's see, we still have to remove a card from our deck. For the other Soul God. I think we're removing a Lightning Strike. Oh. Let's go down on our Firebrands and throw in 2 Flames. Call that good. Since it's not a since it's not a mirror match, I don't think the Firebrands are as good. But of course, y'all know my sideboarding abilities are not the greatest either, since it's really about knowing your opponent's decks, and of course, I don't know every deck in the meta right now. Try to keep up with it, but it's difficult. We do have the Soul God Lantern, which is great to have in hand. I like this hand. We have the Fervent into a light up the stage. We have Soul God Lantern. It's good. Grazer. Alright, well, we're still shocking this in to get this down. Next turn, we're probably shocking in another... Well, we have Clifftop. We don't really need a shock in the land, huh? But we're probably going to go for the Shock Fervent combo to take out the Grazer. And then we'll have 1 more mana to play light. No, we won't be able to use light at the stage unless we deal damage. Huh. Another shock. Alright, so they may block here. They do. Oh, red cap melee. Alright, well, in order to not waste that shock, I think we do need to, you know, finish the job. Get rid of that Grazer. Red cap melee. That's interesting in a Yorion deck. Alright, so we don't quite want to go for the Lurrus quite yet. I think we just go for the light up the stage here. Wizard's Lightning and our other Soul God Lantern. That's a little unfortunate unless they use Yoro here, but of course they may not since we have the Soul God Lantern. They choose not to. Probably another growth spiral, right? Right, let's get our Soul God Lantern down. I don't know if they have any way to re-access this red cap, but I don't want them to be able to, so we'll exile it. And I think we just Wizard's Lightning them in the face so we don't lose that. Come next turn, we'll have enough mana for the Lurrus plus playing something back from the graveyard, right? Our opponent's struggling to find lands. Oh, Alagasta, just gonna scoop it out. We did it, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We're up to flat tier 2. Lovely. Loyal Tripper. I don't know if that means they're loyal to tripping, you know, like shrooms and that stuff, or they will trip anybody. You walk past them, they are going to stick their foot out. They're gonna toss a banana peel. They're going to do whatever it takes. I don't love the fact that we only have one shock, but I do love the fact that we have such cheap creatures, so... You know, you weigh it out. You weigh it out. Oh, there we go. It's going to cost 2 to get those down. Our opponent's playing a Garuda deck. Let's note that, by the way. We saw how Garuda did for us, so it can obviously do the same for our foe here. They shocked in a land and they didn't play anything. Like, what you doing, you little curious cat? I think we're just going for the swinging because the Lavarunners don't have haste regardless, so... Ah, Growth Spiral. I was like, why would they shock and like, what could they possibly... Right, Growth Spiral. Alright, let's hope they don't hit the board wipe. So obviously we have enough to like, do what we need to do, right? I think we're going all in on paying the life here. You know what I mean? Just like double down on that damage. Get it in. So taking our opponent down to 8 health. Alrighty, Loyal Trooper. They've seen enough. They're going to concede it out on this match 1. Now they're playing a Garuda deck, which means Soul God Lantern is an instant insert. Ratchet Bomb's not bad either, actually, because we can just take out their what's it called? I don't know that Lava Cool is any good. Red Cap comes out, and I think Lightning Strike comes out. Well, Shock may be the thing to come out, actually. Since they have the Leafkins. Alright, then we got to take out some other things. Don't love the Firebrands. Again, in these higher end matchups, they're not as good, in my opinion. This should be fun. Because like if we Ratchet Bomb their 2-drops, sure we may hit our 2-drops as well, but we're cutting off their ramp, which could make all the difference. Of course, that may be playing too slow at the same time. You know, I may be going for the wrong route. We'll see, though. We will see. Not gonna lie, if I could go ahead and pick up another victory just right after that first one, I would be very, very happy. But these Lurrus decks, they're difficult to play because they're very very choice heavy, right? You got a lot of options to make constantly, which is good. That's what you want in a Magic deck. We do want to keep this. The Burning-Tree Emissary is just great. The turn 1 Fervent, fantastic. So, Shock, Fervent. Next turn we go for the Burning Tree. We'll have 2 mana after the Burning Tree. What do we do with that 2 mana? Do we just get down a Lavarunner plus Wizard's Lightning? Or do we just go for the Pyromancer? But no matter what, we're not getting in another hasted creature. So we do swing in first here. I'm assuming they have another Growth Spiral here. But you never know. You never know. So let's see. Burning Tree, do you get to come down? Or did our opponent slot in some Quenches? They didn't. Alright. And I think we do play Viashino off the back of that. It's mana efficient, you know? And there's the Growth Spiral. Alright, so we weren't wrong. Our opponent's going to be up to 4 mana. They may have Ritual. They may have Ritual of Soot. If that's the case... Ooh. Good old Choop. They're taking out Fervent. Interesting interesting choice there. So we are going to shock out their Choop. Get down the Lavarunner. and then you Wizards Lightning them in the face. Take them down to 5. Alrighty. So, looking like we're going to be able to pick up a victory here. Another Choop. Yep, that's victory. Alright, fantastic. So we swing in, Choop blocks 1, then we Lightning Strike in the face. Make sure you don't make the mistake here of trying to Lightning Strike the Choop, because then you only have that 1 bit of damage left over, you know, if you waste your Lightning Strike there. Anyways, picking up a match 2 up against Loyal Tripper, and we're picking up a game 2 with this deck and just climbing through plat. I like to see it. I'm not going to lie. Yuns going to be our first foe. We do want to play first. We're playing red deck wins. This is first turn, first, you know what I'm saying. We're going to keep this hand. It's a little low on the mana, and again, since I don't have the exact right mana, we have Temple of Triumph instead of something like a Sacred Foundry or anything that would be better in that slot. But y'all know how I feel about spinning rare wild cards for lands, much less spinning them on historic lands, right? I think we do lead out with the Fervent Champion, given they're playing a Yorion deck. So if we can hit another Fervent, it's more damage, right? If they were playing mono red, I'd say go for the Fanatical, because then we can do a little tradesy or something, you know, along those lines. But well, now this is interesting. I think we do go for the Viashino Pyromancer here to turn on the Wizard's Lightning. Either way, we're dealing 2 damage, right? Fanatical or Viashino. But this way, we're committing less to the board as far as creatures go and getting the payoff of Wizard's Lightning for cheaper. So, Thought Erasure, going to be taking probably Wizard's Lightning. Yeah. They're trying to minimalize the damage they take here. Now, we don't want to show them that we have this other Temple of Triumph. Do I want another Viashino Pyromancer? They're not bad. They're not bad. It's better than hitting a land, so yeah. I'll take it for the sake that I don't want to hit another land, right? We'll get down both of our Firebrands here. We'll swing in and deal, what, 5 damage? Take them down to 11. Fantastic. Opponent's going to go up to 3 mana here. Ooh, you like to not see any green, right? Because that means that there's no Euro. Now, Murder's Rider is still another great one for him, of course. Unfortunate for us, great for them. Don't want another land. I gotta say, the Scry lands are decent for that, right? They're decent for making sure you don't just flood out. And given that this mono red deck works a little bit differently than other mono red decks, and the fact that it's not just, it is all in on the face, but it's got other elements to it, you know? So if we can draw, ooh, that's good. They hit odd? They hit odd. That's a little odd. Does this have haste? It doesn't. No! If only we had one more spell in our graveyard. Now, we don't play the Lurrus here, I don't think. Our opponent's down to 2 life. Like, what do they do? Murder's Rider, yes. And that's it? Kroxa? That's it? Alright. Can we top deck a victory? We got Robber of the Rich. We swing in, they block Robber for sure. They go up to 4. Oh, boy. We're going to be off by 1. We're going to be off by 1. You block the Robber. Heads up, Yuns. Yuns, whatever your name is. Oh, this feels terrible. Terrible. Now, do they swing in with a Murder's Rider? I guess is the question. They do, which means they got to have something else there. Yorion. That makes sense, because it rebounces the Murder's Rider. Man, this is... No! Alright, well. You gotta do what you gotta do. If we played Lurrus last turn, was that lethal this turn? Did I just mess that up? So we don't swing in, because obviously the Murder's Rider just gets to gain him 4 life then, as opposed to just the 2 if it just swings in here. If they come back from 1 life, I will feel greatly ashamed. Just so we're all clear on that one. They're cooking something up though. They got an idea. They got a plan. Thought Erasure. How many cards do they have? Oh, right. It's a Yorion deck. I was like, their deck looks thick. I think we just take that damage to the face. Yeah, because like losing a creature there means that we don't have... You don't want to show him a land. You want to show him the Bolas and not show him the other 2 cards, right? That's the real devious play. They took the lands. Alright, so we played the Robber. I think we win out here, don't we? Just from sheer numbers? We do. Yun's gonna concede before we even get to smash. Alright. So let's view the battlefield. It's a Yorion deck. They have Atris, they have Murderous Rider. Murderous Rider makes me want to take Soul God Lantern. Because don't they... No, they go to exile, don't they? Yeah, so we can't exactly... Can't exactly get rid of it with Soul God, so that may not be good, actually. We do want the Lava Cools, though. Those are great. Do they have any artifacts that we saw? I don't think so. Red Cap Melee, not good. I don't see any white mana. Do we want a Ratchet Bomb? I mean, it could get... Yeah, I guess Ratchet Bomb could be decent. Take out those. Those. Oh, take out that, actually. So let's add a Lightning Strike back in. I think that's good. I think that should do it for us. So let's see if we can pick up a match 2 up against Yun's here. Rocking the Grixis Yorion deck. I gotta say, cap off for that, or hat off, tip you for that, whatever you want to say. We're gonna keep this. This is a great hand. This is a fantastic hand. Well, I don't know about fantastic, but it's good. It's good. You like to see your opponent mulligan. You do like to see that. Oh, that's rough. But on the other hand, they may not realize it, but they just allowed us to get our Lava Runner down. Oh, that's great. They allowed us to get our Lava Runner down now with haste because they took the spell there. Well, I guess we just kind of fucked ourselves there doing that. That's all right. We'll still throw down the Lava Runner. Because we needed 2 red mana in order to do it. Burning-Tree Emissary obviously adds green, so we negated 2 damage there, but hopefully we increased our damage here. It's looking like it. Would I rather have our Temple of Triumph? I think so, because we can already cast these in hand, so that's fine. And this is instant speed, so even if they go... Ooh, that's good. That's good, good, good. Do we just peg them in the face with everything we have in hand? I think we go for the swing in definitely first to see what they have, and then we'll go from there. Heartless Act. Let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. We can take them down to 10 this turn if we do. I think so, honestly. Again, this deck is all about max. Well, do we keep? No. If we were gonna keep anything, we should have kept the Wizard's Lightning. So get them down, stomp them out. Although. Okay, argument could be made to hold spells there, since we knew we had to light up the stage, so that way we can guarantee proc light up the stage. Because if they have something that removes both of our creatures here, then, you know, we're not getting to light up the stage. I mean, we are, but we're paying full price for it, which you don't want to do. Erebos' intervention, going to be taking out our Ghitu Lavarunner. We are going to go ahead and light up the stage here. Pyromancer and another land, and this is why we didn't play our other land, right? Make sure. Another Fervent. Fervents are actually fantastic because it goes from dealing 1 damage a turn to dealing 4 damage a turn, which is insane, right? And it's one of those things that you can play back with Lurrus. It still has haste. It still does its job, basically. So we're going to go ahead and play the Fervent Champion, and then we're going to swing all in, deal quick 6 damage, take our opponent down to 3 health. Looking good, mono red. Looking good. Do we have any way... Oh, you know what? We could have played the Lurrus, played the Lava Runner, taken him down to 1, but it's not lethal, so I don't think so. Also, I don't think we play the Lurrus here, just in case they hit some board wipe, right? So we enter this tapped, and we just play safe. As much as I hate it, I think it's what we got to do. And it feels weird, right? Playing safe with mono red. Either which way, Yun's conceding it out. 3-0. 3-0 with historic mono red deck wins. RDW. Croppax, going to be our next foe for the day. The rocking the Luca avatar always makes you a little worried. Opponent does get to go first, but we have a Burning-Tree. Yeah, this looks good. Don't really love the Savai Triome, but, or Savi, however you want to say it, right? But aside from that, it looks good. We have the Fervent into the Burning-Tree into the Viashino, which is great damage, if nothing else. What flag is this? I kind of want to say Moroccan, but I don't quote me on that. I've seen this flag before, though. Not Germany. What? Not Switzerland. What is this flag? If any of y'all know, comment down below. Let me know. God, yeah. What is this? Castle Emberth. Ooh, our opponent also playing mono red, so this is going to be a fun one. They took a shock from us. Well, thank God they can't play that shock quite yet. And we have a Robber of the Rich as well. I'm half tempted to go for the Robber instead of the Pyromancer, you know what I mean? Because Robber is fantastic. Now, we don't get to draw any cards with the Robber, but, the day we do, oh, baby. Alright, well, let's see. Our opponent's up to 3 mana. We do have the Burning-Tree Emissary to block their Robber. So let's see if they have some sneaky stuff. Do they have a Shock? Do they have a Lightning Strike? Something along those lines. They have a Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. Interesting. Well, they're not playing a Lurrus deck, so they do have access to things like Bone Crusher, Ember Cleave, Torbrand, that kind of stuff. They're going to shock out our Robber. You never like to see that. You never like to see that. I think we do go for the Pyromancer and Lavarunner, and we'll get Lurrus down next turn. Taking them down to 13. They do have enough for a Bone Crusher Giant, which is a little unfortunate. This is going to be a matchup where we want to bring in the Red Cat melees, obviously. Let's see. What do you do, Mono Red? You got 3 mana. You got a Bone Crusher you can play, and you got 4 cards in hand. What do we fear most out of them? Double removal? Maybe. Next turn we're going up to 4 mana. Well, no we're not. We're still staying at 3, so even playing our Lurrus not that good. Do we block? I don't think so. I think they have an Infuriate. Now, it could be wrong. They could have a Light Up Stage. Rimrock. Rimrock's not good for us either. And then they're going to play our Pyromancer against us. You evil, evil person. Alright, we got a Firebrand. Firebrand comes down. Let them know we're thinking. Alright, here's what we do. Swing. Swing with Fervent, because they won't block it. They may block it, but I highly doubt it. If they do block it, congratulations to us. Leave our creatures alone. Use our Firebrand in case of emergency. They have 4 mana though. Let me put this down so I quit playing with my lighter. I understand there's a lot of fire on the screen already, but I don't need to add to it, right? Come on, Croppax, don't do it to me. Don't do it. Annex. If that's how it's going to be, wouldn't we rather go ahead and kill the Pyromancer now? I doubt they swing with Robber, since they have more cards than us. They don't get anything out of it, right? Right. Alright, so we swing in with both of these. Oh. Our bluff worked. I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very worried about that, but it worked. A lot of the stage, what do we hit? Ooh, Burning-Tree Emissary and a Lightning Strike, huh? That's just fantastic. Their annex was at 3, so they don't get 2 tokens out of it. That's that was a great light up the stage. Fantastic. Magnifico. What all cards do we have over here? We have a Robber. So if we can get the Lurrus down, we can get the Robber down. Equally so, we have a Viashino. Torbrand! Baby, how you been? So if we allow that 3 damage through, we're going down to 3. Do we have a way of killing Torbrand in our deck? We do have a red cap. I have a Fanatical I can bring back. So risky. So risky. Alright, so if I throw down Fervent, throw down Lurrus, throw down Fanatical. Swinging in for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So they would have to block with Torbrand. Doesn't mean he'd die, though. Actually, he won't die for sure. Thinking. If I play Lurrus, get back Robber, we do get to steal a card from them. But it makes it to where our Fervents aren't swinging in for near as much. Oh, we could go Burning-Tree into Fervent, though. But this may be our only chance to get in with Robber and actually steal something. And we definitely want to steal something because they're also mono red. Whatever. We stole a Robber. I'm not upset about that. And we still have Lurrus to allow us to gain life, given they don't just immediately shock us in the face or something like that, right? So opponent's also down to 3. The mono red match of the century, am I right? Fervent. Fervent's not good for us. Fervent is not good for us. I think they might actually have us here just based off that. And they still have 3 mana? Oh yeah, we're toast. GG on a game 1 there. We're off by 4. 4 health. And maybe we should have played it slower. Maybe we shouldn't have swung in with everything. That's alright. Alright, so red caps are going all in. I think lava cools are because they deal with Torbrand. I don't think we need Soul God. Ratchet Bomb's not bad because we're making them sack more than what we're sacking. And in this matchup, I think the Lavarunner is actually not as good. Or the Pyromancer, actually. Yeah, 1 Lightning Strike. So we do want the Lava Cools over those. Do I want the Ratchet Bombs? Let's see, what do they have a lot of? They actually have a good spread of units, though. They have Torbrand at 4, Annex at 3, Bone Crusher at 3. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't love it, but you know, we're here to test. We're here to test. All right, Crop Hacks. You're so far the only person that has picked up a victory against this deck, and well, let's be real, you're playing basically a very similar deck. Let's see if we can pick. Okay, that is just terrible. No lands at all. Can't play a game of Magic like that. This is much better. I think we're actually just gonna toss the Savi Triome back because everything else we absolutely want to keep. And let's be real, that's a tap land. It's a silly, silly tap land, and we already have the mana split for the Lurrus, so yeah, I think this is a hard keep. Go turn 1 Fervent. We have the red cap turn 2 that we can keep mana up for, or we just go straight into the Robber. We'll have to see. It'll depend on what they play on their turn 1, right? So Crypax, are you keeping? Are you mulliganing? What's going on here? They're keeping. They are keeping. All right. Let's get him with Fervent. What do you do? If they also play a Fervent in attack, we definitely go ahead and play the Robber. If they play red mana and just keep it up, I'm a little bit cautious because then they may have a shock and they may just be waiting for our turn to see if we play something better than Fervent. And obviously we would. We'd play the Robber, which would give them a perfect shock target. But never mind, they just play a Scorch Spitter, so we're definitely going for the Robber here. It's not a card we really care too much about, and both of our cards can kill it, which means that they probably won't block here. Taking out a land for them, not super happy about it. I'd rather get something like a Bone Crusher or literally anything almost. But hey, we might have screwed them. Not saying we did. We may have done them a favor, but we might have screwed them, and that's the thought we have to hold on to. So they're thinking about whether or not they want to take this block here or deal back 2 damage, which would put us down to 14, you know? They're going to take it. They're going to take it. Super happy to see the red cap melee already in hand. FYI, I don't think Robber lives past this turn. I think it gets Giant, right? They just Bone Crusher it. No, they go for a Steamkin. Wow, that is curious. And they're swinging with the Scorch Spitter, so they don't even have, like, they're just showing full blown. I am not blocking you. Alright. I think I think first thing first, we just swing all in. Because we don't have any other haste creatures. The Lavarunner can't. Oh, baby. But the real tough decision is whether or not we go ahead and play that card this turn, right? Because I think it's actually a little bit wiser if we go ahead and shock out this Steamkin so they don't get absurd amounts of mana. And if we did screw them by taking that 1 mana away, then how fantastic. I think we're going to leave mana up also for the red cap melee. Well, no. We're throwing down the Lavarunner because Lavarunner kills Scorch Spitter. And hopefully, maybe, we'll take some damage. We'll see, though. Right, because they may be too focused on killing the Lavarunner and ignore the Robber, or if they kill the Robber, then they can't swing it with Scorch Spitter without losing it. So we got them in a decent little position here. They may have Infuriate or a Rimrock Knight. What do y'all think? Do we take the block? They play Rimrock. They still have 2 mana left over. They can play Rimrock down after that, but Rimrock can't block. So I think we take the damage, honestly. So they play the Rimrock. Yep. And then what? Do you just play it down? They do. They just play it down. Interesting. Interesting. So we only have 2 mana here to work with. We definitely want to... If we deal 3 to the face, we're dealing 5, 6. So they're down to 4. See what we steal with Robber. A Fervent. That's actually really good. It's going to be hard to convince me not to play that. But yes, we have the mana for red cap, which is fantastic if they hit the Torbrand. But even if they hit it, if I have a Fervent that can block the Rimrock, we're blocking a decent bit of the damage. So I think that's fine. And then we save red cap, which we can cast on our turn to take out their Torbrand. So they could also have an Embercleave. Does Embercleave allow them to win? 8 damage there and 2 damage there. Well, they're going for the Scorch Spitter and an Annex. An Anoxis. We do block the Rimrock Knight, obviously. It's a bad swing in, but I'm going to tell you now. Because they only get 1 Satyr from it, right? The Satyr still can't block, and their Annex, well, goes down in damage. So it's just all around, like, bad. Do we go ahead and red cap the Annex? I think so, because then it can't defend. And then they're left with only 2 creatures that can defend. And then we Pyromancer them in the face, and they're down to 3 health, right? Yeah, and then we pick up the victory. So, Crypax going to be conceding. Going to a match 3. I kind of like the edits we made. Not going to lie, I kind of like the edits. I'm going back and forth on the Ratchet Bomb. But, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Alrighty, Crypax, match 3. this is it. Can we hit Plat 1 today? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need all your help. Of course, they're going to go first. 2 matches. So that's unfortunate for us, but you know, it is the way it is. No lands once again, we mulligan. No lands once again, we mulligan. Or do we keep? Do we do the extra spicy thing of keeping this and just praying for the lands? It's like this is decent. No. Okay. There we go. We finally hit one. Well, it's hard to convince me that Fanatical actually isn't better than Fervent here. I'm not ecstatic about it. Our opponent's going to be playing down a Fervent. Oh, thank God we don't have to shock in a land. Really not the position I wanted to be in. Now, do we want to defend against their Fervent? I think the answer is yes. They have a whole lot of pump spells, Rimrock, things of that nature, right? So if we can leave our Fervent back, they won't... I lied. I was going to say, they won't swing in with their Fervent, we'll all have a happy day. But I lied. I have lied to you. I think paying the 2 life here is worth keeping up the red cap melee, because if they throw down an annex, we immediately remove it. They don't get any benefits from it. We're not having to wait till our turn or any of that shenanigans. They're going for another robber. Another great red cap target, right? Get it out of here. Shut it down. Shut it down. And then we throw down our own robber of the rich. We hit one of their lands. Can't hit our own lands, but we hit one of theirs, so... I don't know. And they're just going to play down a Rimrock. They're trying to race us. They're trying to race us. We could hit the red cap, but I think red cap has much, much, much better targets. We are going to swing in with a... Ooh, an annex. That's not bad. It's not bad. I think I do want to hit this at least once. I don't see us losing to the annex tokens. I could be wrong, but I don't see it. We're going to no blocks. I'm fine going down to 12. We'll see what they have in store for us here. Light up the stage. Oh, might not have been worth it. Might not have been worth it. They're probably going to go for another light up the stage, I was about to say, honestly, because they're kind of hurting in their hands. Oh, getting a little flooded. You can't play any more lands there, buddy. All right, so we do have 2 red caps in hand. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Are we kicking Ratchet Bomb up another one, or are we waiting? You know? If I tick it up another, it can hit the Rimrock. It can hit... Yeah, I think we're taking it up another. And then we'll end our turn there. If I need to red cap the Rimrock this turn, I will. And by need to, I mean if they don't play anything to... Well, actually, hell yeah. We're probably red capping the Rimrock and whatever else they play, right? I think they're thinking about a Torbrand here, but I think they know that we're rocking red cap, so... Yeah. We can only allow that Rimrock to get in so much damage before it's no longer worth allowing. So we'll take that out. Now let's see if they play down a Torbrand thinking that they're all good, right? Resolve. Oh, man. You love to see it. Not if you're the opponent, of course, but if you're me, you love to see it. This is a weird situation where we actually don't have the mana for the Lurrus. Thank goodness we have the mana for the Annex, right? Thank goodness. Alright, so we have lethal on board come next turn. We'll see. They have a Fervent. Not enough to get through the Annex. Also, if they do attack, we obviously don't block that. Yeah. Crop Axe, you're playing a little reckless. Playing a little reckless. Let's see. Do they light up the stage here? Wow, 3 light up the stages. Oh, fantastic. They're not going to be able to get down an Annex after all. Now, they can block our Annex. We could also just sack all 2 things, and then we get 1/1 here. But our Annex is going down in power, right? So we're not dealing that much. Like, we're going to be able to deal 2, and this goes down to 2, which is 4. Alrighty, well, never mind. Crop Axe just conceded. I was really kind of curious there, and we hit it! Plat Tier 1, ladies and gentlemen. We're there. We're almost there. Diamond is but a few victories away. A few short, sweet victories away. And we picked up all 15 victories today, and all that glitters. A cheeky little all that glitters. I actually didn't want to go to Dex. Wanted to go to Profile. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 3 more victories, and we'll be in Diamond, finally, once and for all. Anyways, that is going to do it for this deck today. I think we've played enough of evil mono red historic for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, subscribe if you want to see more. Of course, click that little bell icon that pops out after. Hop over to twitch.tv/DrSpillikin and toss a follow if you want to see us play these decks live and interact with us live, of course. And if you're looking to interact with us outside of work, that kind of stuff, hop down in the description, short little voice crack, and click on the Discord link. Everyone's welcome. We'll try to have a very chill time over there. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks everybody. Peace.